Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield Siege Run. Here we have another Pauper video for you today. We are playing a version of Glintblade that I'm calling Ninjablade. This is like a kind of a variant on Glintblade that has been played online a little bit. This was played in a challenge. It didn't do as well as the other decks. I think it went 2-4. But I like what they were kind of going for. So they're running a lot more of that ninja package. They're running the Mukotai Ambusher, which is the 2-mana ninja, so you get a 3/2 lifelinker. And then they run the Keeper Gang Shinobi, which is probably one of my favorite Pauper cards. It's so cool, just him tutorialing people on a stick. And it essentially gives like this deck a bit more breadth. Like our deck is a mid-range deck, and then having a way to have ways to gain life through the early ambusher, and then also a way to dismantle control decks and really ruin people's card advantage in the later game, I think gives it a nice balance and healthy medium to actually make this deck have a bit more playability against the format. Normally, I haven't been too impressed with Glintblade, so I'm kind of keen to take this through a couple tiered matches and see how it goes. Outside of that, it's a pretty stock list. I'm a little bit suspect about this one Navigator's Compass. If we're keen for ninjas, let's run more ninjas, I say. But I want to see what they're thinking with this list anyway. Outside of that, it's a pretty core shell with 4 Glinthawks, 4 core Skyfishes, which I always love, and a couple Thraben Inspectors, and then a switch of removal with Thraben Charm, Cast Down, a couple more draw spells with Fanatical Offering, and then Tithing Blades and Limbuses for ways to bounce with the Skyfish and Glinthawk. It also allows us to bounce this Grim Bauble, so we can deal with those early aggro decks if we want to. And then, obviously the 4 Refurbished Familiar, which should really be in the 1-drop slot, which is just an absolutely cracked card. It can win games out of nowhere, and when your opponent's hellbent, you can just keep casting out of your hand, and you just draw more, and it's just disgusting. The sideboard looks pretty stock. In the past, I haven't been too keen on the Navigator's Compass. Like, when we've been talking about these black-white decks and stuff like that, we've wanted more like Restful of the Wary and stuff if we really wanted life gain. But I'm curious to see how this goes with these blinks and whatnot. And, we have all these other ninjas to blink our core Skyfishes and Glinthawks. So maybe just because we have more ways to return our bounce creatures back to our hand, it might have more of a bit of effect around that. Outside of that, we're running a bit more ninjas in the sideboard, and a bit of a sweep more with the Wrath effects, I guess you'd call them, the Suffocating Fumes and Arms of Hadar. I'm not too keen on the 4 Dust to Dust, but you're always happy to see them if you are running into Affinity. Anyway, this is the list. If you do like these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. It does help the channel a fair bit. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I didn't think we'd ever get there, to be honest. And if you do want to play decks like this, please feel free to use my code word SiegeRyan at Mana Traders. You can get a little bit of money off after using it for a couple of months, which is always good. You can play all kinds of decks in Pauper using their lowest rental price. Anyway, without further ado, let's play some Glinthawks and core Skyfishes, because I've been hankering for it. It's been a good while, See you in the first round. We're on a draw. This hand is not good. We have to put this away, sadly. Mulligan this one. This doesn't really have much value. Oh, this is close. We're on the draw. I think we've got to keep this because we've got a bunch of plays. And let's just get rid of one of the offerings. I know this sounds crazy, but we got 2 draws to essentially get a land. Oof, this is not a good hand for us. We need to draw some absolute gasoline, like a land and then into Bauble, really. Otherwise, we're going to a game 2 pretty quick. And if we draw a land, they play a priest. We're just okay. We have to that card is good. Okay, we kind of have one turn where we can try to get a little bit better here, but this is pretty grim. Pretty grim Lavamancer. Tells me they don't have many mana dorks. Leading the Stampede. Okay. I mean, if they don't have enough forest, this is a pretty slow start from them. But if we don't draw a land, we're just cooked. We'll go to a game 2 quickly. They bring all their shenanigans then. 4 cards. Mystic, Vandal, or... We're cooked. They can just Vandal... They got rid of the Vandal. They must have another Vandal. Let's play land and just say go, because we're going to probably Fanatical Offering whatever they Masked Vandal. They obviously have another Masked Vandal, because you wouldn't do that otherwise. And then, I think we kind of try and win this game by going Fanatical Offering into land and Suffocating Fumes. That's essentially what we have to do. Lands into Suffocating Fumes, so we can try and, there's the Masked Vandal. So we'll see what they target. We knew that they had the second one. They should have kept the other one, though, to be honest. Okay. I don't think they realized that the spell actually... the spell actually exiles, so they could have hit the Goldmire Bridge. Alright, 2 lands is good. Now if we hit a Suffocating Fumes, it's even better. Let's play an Elf. Okay. I think I might even just cast down that Timberwatch Elf now, I think. Just to give us a bit of a chance. What's interesting about it's probably a little bit too slow right now. They have the Avenging Hunter as well. I think the Avenging Hunter matters too much right now. We really need a 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't unless they draw a forest. They haven't drawn a forest, so I don't think we have to worry about the Avenging Hunter right off. And if we draw the Suffocating Fumes, we are in business. We are in business. Green Ranger, okay. Come on, deck, give me a Suffocating Fumes. This will bring us back here. A Suffocating Fumes. Alright, Lana rolls. Alright, they're really just loading up a very good and they're really just untap and play the forest again here. Yep, they're doing the stuff. Play the forest. Ooh. Such a juicy Suffocating Fumes. Well-Wisher, again, that doesn't matter as much. We really need to get the Suffocating Fumes. If we get Suffocating Fumes, you just win on the spot, really. Alright, deck. That is not it. Now, we probably just want to play some creatures here. It's funny, because if we didn't lose our land, we could have done maybe a Shinobi at some point, but that's okay. I think we try and pull towards... Then we play a Glinthawk and we want to do the Fanatical Offering. I think let's just Fanatical Offering first. Just get rid of this map token. And just try and hit something else. I think we are just playing the Basilica, to be honest. No, a Glinthawk gets us another land anyway. Because we're going to play the Hunter next turn. And we want more creatures in play. Yeah, let's just do this. We need to draw some absolute gas, though. We need to draw a Suffocating Fumes. And then even then, we're not, like, out of it. We're really still not out of it then. Not attacking. They can gain lots of life. They just have the Avenging Hunter and then just, like, crap after that. Yep, so you gain a bunch of life. But again, if we hit a Suffocating Fumes, we're G here. We're absolutely G. Yeah, you play the Hunter. Makes sense. But we'll attack the Glinthawk and take it back and get a Swamp. And we'll Thraben Charm the Hunter. Very good. Very, very good. Yep. Can't really attack with anything. Okie doke. Refurbish Familiar. Let's just attack with the Glinthawk, because we know we can, and we'll get a Swamp. And we'll just play the Thraben Inspector and a Refurbish Familiar. And then we'll keep up Fanatic versus Thraben Charm. Hell, it's probably even a Fanatic to try and get a Suffocating Fumes. Get a Swamp. Play the Swamp. Play the Familiar. I'll cost one more, sorry. We'll undo. We will undo, and then we'll just play the Thraben Inspector first. Now we have 3, and then we can play the Refurbished Familiar. I'm really careful the drawbridge. I think we need to get some good action to actually get anywhere here. But now we can block most of their stuff, and yeah, just Thraben Charm the Avenging Hunter. They can obviously haste out all their creatures if they want to. Life doesn't really matter here. It does make it hard for me to win, but if I can get a controlling point of the game, 3, Timber Watch. Timber Watch, Timber Watch. Okay. This just means when they do the haste, we kill the Timber Watch first. Unlike in game life, that's fine. So in response to this, we cook the Timber Watch. Alright, cast, deal damage. Have to target that. I don't know why they floated mana like that, but this has to go. They definitely get it back now, but a little bit of mana left. They got their haste. Maybe they have another Timber Watch, but they won't have haste now. Untapping that. Okay. I mean, if you draw a removal spell, we're also able to maybe use an Akiba to just get rid of the last couple cards in their hand. Okay, they're just making a giant creature. Okay. That is pretty good. I think we just take 7 here. And then hopefully just draw a... I don't know, we need a Suffocating Fume and a couple things to go right here. We had enough to hit that, but then, you know, it just comes back as something bigger. We need to mop everything up and then have some kind of... Suffocating Fumes are still out here, essentially. That's what I'm trying to get at. If we can claim it back... I think let's just tackle the Refurbished Familiar. And then we'll go down the Lost Well. And try and hit a Suffocating Fumes. Let's have a look. Both of those are not going to help us here. Bottom both. Okay, let us just offering a clue here. Well, that's the Suffocating Fumes. Can we survive though? We're on 13. We'll play the Basilica. Let me just... Sorry, and we'll return a basic. Just any basic's fine. And I guess we just play the Glinthawk. A cast down would have been a lot better there. We'll return the Refurbished Familiar and then play it again. And then we're just going to have to do some blocks. We're going to have to do some blocks anyway, really. But at least we got the Fumes. So maybe if we keep the Refurbished Familiar and block with everything else, then we can still core. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can still Refurbish Familiar. Just another Avenging Hunter's pretty rough. Them trapping us as well. Dropping us to 8. You're pretty cooked here to give it haste. Even if I Suffocating Fumes, it's kind of hard to get through this. They didn't draw Bridge, which is interesting. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So we keep something. We got a 1. Got 1 card left. 3/5 is absolutely cooked. Where did we go? We get a treasure token. Which maybe if we draw a cast down is good. We need to draw literally a cast down though. Just block like that, I guess. And then take 7, go to 1. It's pretty cooked. That might entice them to attack with everything though. I think we just go to 1. We need a cast down essentially. A cast down. Lembas. Okay. So we've got our fumes and then yeah, I mean, we're pretty cooked here. But let's just see what they do, I guess. So what we'll do is we will attack for 2. Get back. And maybe with the fumes we can get somewhere with the toughness and whatnot. But we essentially stash is what I want to do. We're on 1, like they probably I'm just enticing them to attack with everything. So let's play this. Return this. Play this. And then yeah, we have suffocating fumes. Oh, let's just pray it's enough, I guess. Yeah. Oh, they got rid of a Hydra as well. We're pretty cooked if they attacked with that. But yeah, we're pretty done here. We're on 1, you know, like just swing with everything. Okay, there we go. So less suffocating fumes. And maybe it's enough. I don't know. Let's just see what the MTGO maths does for us. We'll get rid of everything, and then we somehow have to deal with all of this crap. I don't think we have enough blockers, actually. We need 10. 2, 4, 6. We have 10, actually. Holy crap. Oh, you just want to do that first. That's fine. We have enough to survive here, but then they have a Nyx spawn Hydra. This is insane, this game. Okay. Do we actually have enough? 2, 4, 6... We do. We have 10 toughness, but we lose everything. Let's go to blocks. So this is a 4-3, so we have to block 4 there. So let's block you and you. That blocks 4, and then we've got 2, 6. Which also gets rid of that. Wow, it's actually exact Cs. That's insane. Oh, that was close. That was very close. They're on 56, and we're on 1 life. We have a Lembas and a Can-Do Attitude, and they have a Nyx spawn Hydra. No lands in hand. What the hell, man? What the hell? So, Okiba's... Okay. We keep the initiative built. We get a 4-1. That's actually huge. That thing does have trample, though. Glinthawk. Okie dokie. Well, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 mana. I mean, we could just get the Glinthawk out and then deal with the Okiba later. Let's just play the Lembas, see what we get, because we can gain life with the Lembas. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. It's crazy. Oh, no, they can't play anything anyway. Let's cast down this. And then we'll Glinthawk back the Lembas. That's a yes from me. Lembas. And then we're going to play Lembas with the treasure token. And then we'll put that on the bottom. We don't want that. And we get Tithing Blade. Okay, let's play this. Let's just pick up a planes. And we just pass the turn. They're on 56. Got multiple cards. But we can essentially Okiba gang them. And just get them to discard their last card here. Which is what we'll do. And we have the initiative as well. Oh, we get something here? Let's go. Let's grab the Glinthawk. This is a sick game. This is so good. All right, yes. Pick up the Lembas. Okay, now. So what we want to do is Tithing Blade and then get in. I mean, we died of both. This is 4. Let's attack with the bird and the Glinthawk. Okay, we will Okiba, make them discard the last one, so we'll go 1, and we'll just tap like this. Turn this. Yep, ninjutsu happens. Okay, discard your last card. I mean, we have them pretty locked now, I think. Okie doke. So now we can play land, and we've got 4 mana. So I'm wondering if we Tithing Blade, just get rid of something. And honestly, I just want to pick up the Tithing Blade, I think. Because we want more flyers in play anyway. Yes, return Tithing Blade for me. Just map token onto this. Refurbish Familiar. No, we'll keep that on top because it can let us draw a card. Now we have 2 blockers. They can't get through that. This is good. This is sick. This is a good way to come back. This is. I was really not expecting this. We played exactly to our outs. All right, again, this to grab a forest. We can Tithing Blade that last creature and then we get in with everything. Then they won't have haste. I feel like we're turning a corner, but we do need to get some life as well. I mean, this is also helping. We have the initiative, which is huge. It's very good. Oh, we missed out on that. I should have hit no, shouldn't I? Because now we didn't get Refurbished Familiar. That is very sad. Let's just do this. I should have held off because we may have wanted to land there. Yeah, we'll keep this because this gains life. Play this. Got the bottom. Okay, we are going to play this first. Nothing will have haste. Let's just play this. Yeah, I'll keep that on top. It just hits something, doesn't it? Let's attack with... look, I don't think they have anything with haste. So let's just attack with everything. If they have haste, good on you, you know? But they don't have any creatures now. And we have a long way to go. We need to attack with everything. We have like 3 turns of trying to control the game here. It was so good that we won that. That's insane. Okay, in terms of what we want Arms of Fadar, Suffocating Fumes. I just kind of like the idea of an early duress. I don't know if it's correct, but I want to be able to hit, and sorry, we have to get rid of this. These are keepers. We need to be able to hit them with a, you know, take away their Winding Way or something like that, because that's how they're going to stay in this game as well. Yeah, so we have 3 Wrath effects, and that is it. But that was a sick game. I really wasn't expecting to win that game 1. Normally Elves wins game 1 quite easily, but we played to our out of getting the 1 Suffocating Fumes. So, and we had the exact toughness to survive it as well, which was sick. This is obviously good. We have Suffocating Fumes, and what else do you really need, you know? They mulligans. Hopefully just the Suffocating Fumes can slow them down. Again, if they have a Mask of Vandals, we can cook ourselves pretty easy. But we essentially just need to go Ancient Den, Threat Spectre, play a tap land, and just try and get a Lembus to look for more lands. I think drawing some runner lands would be good here, but we'll just have to see what happens. We'll play this. Yeah, if they Mask Vandal us, bravo. Bravo. We can't do much about it. Half our lands are bloody artifacts. Priest, okay. I mean, if we hopefully draw an untapped land, we can do something, but we didn't. We just play this. Just target them, I guess. And then, yeah, we'll hit for 1 because we're not doing anything else with this. So the next turn can be quite explosive, but if they decide to do that, we can Suffocating Fumes and ruin their day, which is the plan. I mean, them also going like Forest, or like, you know, get an Ent, Forest, and Mask Vandals are Ancient Den. We're going to have a really bad time. Absolutely atrocious time. Okay, another Priest. Untapped land, we cook them. If they do a setup turn and we just can just Suffocating Fumes them, we cook them. They're not doing anything else. Guess that's the thing as well, is that we can also duress them. But they didn't Winding Way either. Which is interesting. I think we want to duress them, to be honest. The priests are kind of too good here. Then we duress them to see just what they have. Here's a Lead the Stampede and a bunch of other good stuff. That doesn't bode well for us here. Because they're probably just going to make a giant, just a giant Avenging Hunter. But we could Fumes them and then Tithing Blade them, I guess. Just depends on what they want to do. Yeah, they got 6 7, 8, 9. It's pretty good. Pretty good. That turn needed to be probably a Suffocating Fumes turn. Now they just make a giant next pawn Hydra and call it a day. But if they do that, if they do a giant next pawn Hydra here, then, I mean, we essentially, they can Mask Vandals us, but then they can't play the Hunter anymore. But they are attacking us with a 7/7. We've got 2 more hits from this. Trample's pretty crazy. Yeah, look, I think we Suffocate Fumes them in their upkeep. Because then we take 1 less from this. Yeah, we cast. But yeah, it's going to be very hard to come back from this. We essentially need a charm for this next Spawn Hydra. They Mask Vandals as well. If we had different untapped land, then we could bog them, then they couldn't Mask Vandals us. But now we lose our white. And then they have fodder to get around this Tithing Blade. So we really need to draw a cast down, I think, to survive. Yeah, and they exile a priest, and then they just take our white source away. I mean, I guess if we draw cast down, we survive. But Tithing Blade doesn't really cut the mustard either. So we block that, it'll be taking 5. White Matter's interesting. So if we block this, we take 5 and go to 1. I think our out here is basically drawing an untapped land. So yeah, we'll Tithing Blade. And then if we draw an untapped land, then we can... No, because this will still come back as a giant creature. We need Thraben Charm, that's what we need. And because we're blocking here... Well, we can cast down in that combat, and then it's removed from combat. We've got a bunch of cards left. We have to block this. Looks like we're probably going to a game 3 unless we're very lucky. Because yeah, a untapped land doesn't do it here. We have to block here. We got a 1. All too familiar. In the Winding Way, okay. Forest, Lana Rose. Alright, for Forest, they're casting Lana Rose. Okay, we're pretty dead here. Yeah, Ambusher doesn't do it. Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything else. Let's go to a game 3. Interesting. I feel like if our lands were different there, we would have been a lot better. I don't mind the 1 dress. I don't mind the Tithing Blades either. Let's just keep this as it is and see how we go. Hopefully just draw some Grim Baubles and Glinthawks and win that way. Oh, it is so close. I think we do have to mull it though. There's too many untapped lands. This is a good hand, and then mulligan as well. So Bog doesn't matter too much. We'll probably get rid of Bog. Done, and then we'll play the Crossroads, I think. Because if we draw a Basilica, we want to be able to get rid of that. Let's pass. Alright, we'll get rid of this stop. But we can essentially Grim Bauble them 3 times, which is what I want. Yeah, so we're going to play Swamp, and then we're just going to do Swamp, Grim Bauble them, and then we're going to return the Grim Bauble. And we're going to do this a bunch of times. Yeah, this is living. This is going to slow them down a lot. So we've got our clock. We've got our ways to just finish off their creatures and hopefully just get in before this Avenging Hunter gets down. It's funny because something like an untapped land actually helps our cause. So let's just Grim Bauble again. And let's just play this called Skyfisher out now. Return the Bauble. Get him for 2. I mean, this is like what I wanted. So we'll attack for 2, and then hopefully we can just get them over time with all of this. I wouldn't mind drawing some more situated removal. We can bog them to get rid of the creatures as well. But I think hitting the mana creatures is fine, to be honest. Like, if they can't work their way up to anything significant, I mean, Winding Way is alright. Masked Vandal, Priest, Timberwatch Elf. Can't play any of those. And what do they take? They revealed 4 cards. Oh, they chose land. Okay, alright. Thraben Charm. Okay, well, let's just play this tapped. We'll attack with these, and we just get rid of every card they play. Maybe we should have actually played Bog there, so like they couldn't Mask Vandals us. But I guess the Mask Vandals doesn't really matter. It just hits our gold Mire Bridge. I'd rather just kill every creature in sight. And I don't care about a Mask Vandals either. I care about big creatures. And now we have our removal. And they're leading the Stampede, so I feel like with our flyers we could potentially get there. Well, they just got a lot of stuff. I think we're going to still Grim Bauble their Elf, because if they don't have a 5th land, they can't play the Avenging Hunter, and then we can Thraben Charm their Nyxborn Hydra. Why aren't they playing the Elvish Mystic there? That's interesting. Let's bog them. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if they want a drawbridge, but like, we have them on a 3-turn clock here. So I'm hoping just with our stuff in our hand, we can kind of just dismantle them enough. And with the Forge, we'll actually 2-turn clock them. So if they want to play that, that's fine. So we wouldn't even get rid of their Avenging Hunt if they play it. We'll get rid of their Nyxborn Hydra if they play it. Well, there it is. There's the Elvish Mystic, which they probably should have just played. Oh, they got 2 more. Okay. Inquirian Ranger. And I mean, Suffocating Fumes would be alright. Priest. Okay, we'll get rid of the Priest so they don't get a giant Nyxborn Hydra. And then we can get in for 4 again. Yeah, we just play the ball. On the Priest. And then we'll get in. They can get there with the Reaches, but I think we can kind of do something that's enough, you know? I might even play the Basilica on the Crossroads. I think just gaining a little life will be good. And then we don't really have any way to get the extra cruncher damage in. I think we still Surveil with the Bauble though, because it doesn't really matter now. Like, they're looking for their Reacher to essentially get the job done here. I think they do have 2 Nyxborn Hydras in their hand, my guess would be. But if we can get rid of 1, then we should be able to manage it the turn after. Well-Wisher would be scary. Yeah, just playing a giant Hydra. Totally get that, that's fine. You play the Forest and yeah, huge Hydra. We are going to Surveil with the Bauble because it uses our mana better though. Maybe they want to clock in with the Fyndhorn Elves. That's probably the correct play. It's probably even worth for them to play both of the Nyxborn Hydras so they have 2 blockers. Because they're on 6. Are they doing that maths now? Is that what they're thinking of? There it is. Yeah, it looks like they do have 2. So we will Surveil to try and find something else. Right. Yeah, let us Surveil and try and hit a removal spell, I think. Because they definitely are too big, a lot of them. They're turning the corner. Well, Suffocating Fumes is good. Just thinking I could play So I can go play, crack, and then I still have enough for suffocating fumes. So we'll put both on top. We'll put this on top. And this on top. Okay, so let's play this. And they shouldn't have any funny business. We can just drop them down and make them 2/2s. Do I play the land instead? Crack. No, it doesn't matter. Let us... Do I need to go 1-2? No, I don't. Okay. We'll play this. And let's attack. The fumes is just a lot worse, that's all. And this Raven Inspector helps as well to get some damage across the line. Let's crack a clue. It's fumes, cast. And fumes have been good. I mean, the problem is now is that if they lose those, they have 2/2/3s with reach. And we do lose the Glinthawk, I guess. Tricky. Tricky. Well, this is getting even more interesting now. Kind of the Winding Ways have done a good job for them. I guess, of course, Skyfisher is a good draw. That's not a good draw. We'll still cast it, see what they have on top. We can't attack, really. Oh, they're going to play the Avenging Hunter next turn. I think they sneak away with the win here. We don't really have anything to get us back into this now. So maybe I went to Thraben Charm, I guess. We just pass. There's not much we can do about that. What do we want to draw? Arms of Fedara isn't good enough. Cast down, I guess, is, and try and get him with flying with the last couple beats. Double next 100, it's brutal though. We have a couple like outs, I guess. Like drawing some stuff. Core Skyfish is our best draw, so we just whatever they do here, we will just take. But the Ent is probably the nail in the coffin. What is it? It's a... Where is the Ent revealed? Yeah, 6 mana. So they have the Forest now to play the Generous Ent. I think they just have enough. Yeah, it's worth it to do. We'll take it. And then I guess we'll just Thraben Charm this next 100 and try and get something together. Just retarget Enchantment. But we don't have a lot. Okie doke. Come on deck. I mean, Offering's better than nothing. Sorry, we need a tap for, white. Let's hit this because we've got a swamp. Come on deck. Give me something good. Okay, that is not exactly that good. Yeah, I really can't do much with that. Let's put the map token on there. What's on top? Cast down. I think we need to keep it. We'll keep it. I have to play this bridge, and then we can play this, return the artifact. But they just get... Yes, we'll return this. I guess we're getting rid of the cast down because we're getting a basic. But we get in with this. Well, if we knock them to trap, then we actually can win the game. Maybe it's not over yet. Oh, we have to do that apparently, which is annoying. Alright, we'll pass. I mean, they can quite easily win from here, which is the problem. So you just play Giant Ent. They have reach and trample, so they can attack with everything as well. Yeah, we can't. They'll get it back anyway. And we can't even attack with everything. We need to draw some absolute action here. This has been a fun game though. This is definitely going on the VOD. It counters. Yeah, that becomes very huge. And then you play an Ent. And then we're kind of out of reach now. We need to essentially draw. I don't even know what the correct draw is, to be honest. I mean, Lembas is a good start, I guess. Let's play Lembas. Like, core Skyfisher into Cast Down. No, let's put it on the bottom. We got one now. No, that's not going to cut the mustard. Can't attack. Can't get it. Yeah, we'll just pass, I guess. We needed some real action there to get anywhere, I think. We needed like a core Skyfisher, something with a bit more meat. But now they're going to be at 6. We go to 11 here. They can attack quite comfortably with like 2 creatures. I mean, they attack with everything probably. No, I guess we've got Lembas to gain a little bit of life. They're under no pressure just to like absolutely get him with stuff. But I feel like so it's 15. I mean, they just attack with everything, right? And they just absolutely demolish us. This is 11. Yeah, it's all trample as well. Another Ent. Oh. That's not going to do it. This is so close. I feel like our hand was good, but I think when we drew the other stuff, it wasn't good enough. Okay, attacking for 9. Well, we take 9. Go to 2, and I don't know what we're really looking for here. We just somehow draw like 1 billion cards and 3 cast downs, I think. All right, well, let's play this. Let's just start the chaining, I guess. This is not enough, but maybe, just maybe, we can find a way to get around things. I don't really know. Turn this, play this. Oh, sorry, well, no, yeah, because we might get a land or something like that that allows us to do something. We are just so mega boned. That's right, that's a GG. We'll concede. There we go. Okay. So we're on the play, which is good. This hand's like, he's got our colors, but like if not play against a creature deck, it's absolutely cooked. This is better. Fanatic's good. Probably just bottom 1 Thraben Inspector, so we can go Inspector into like Tithing Blade. Drawing more lands would be nice, but we got Fanatic offering and a clue, so that's always good. But yeah, this is a nice little curve here. So we can go Thraben Inspector, get something down, and then we have our options of just going offering versus Tithing Blade. I'd probably just play the Tithing Blade. If they play like literally a ham sandwich and playing this Tithing Blade, yeah, 100% just drop in a Tithing Blade and getting it for 1. This is probably a hard matchup, I'd say. That's why we're running the Kabira Crossroads. But with the extra ninjas, this probably feels a little bit better. But anyway, we'll play the Tithing Blade. And then we'll just crack them for 1. That's probably why we're running that extra Navigator's Compass in the main deck. And then we're probably just going to Fanatic Offering, just probably the Clue token or something like that. Okay, they obviously drew that because I would have started with that. And a Clockwork, okay. Just take it all. And then we're actually going to main phase this Fanatical Offering. Because if we hit a land, and then we can actually use the map token if we want to. I could keep it around potentially as well, but I have a feeling we might need to use... yeah, all their cards do a lot. And the fact that they can just sack the percussionist and just replace it. You know, we're spending all this mana to do that. Oof, not good. Alright, we'll just pass. So, our first hand was good. We could have kept it if we knew what we were playing against, but... yeah. Oh, rally. Okay, well, at least it's not into anything else. We'll just block a soldier token. Take the rest of the damage. Drawing a land would have been a lot different there for us, but we didn't. That's okay. We're probably even likely just going to be hitting the map token to try and hit land off top as well. This becoming a 2/3 means you can block that as well. Alright, land's good. But only one white pip. I think what we do... we have this cast down as well though. This is hard because it could just return the land. I think the clue token's not going to get much worth now. We're going to be casting down something. Let us, because I probably want to hit another land, let us just Glinthawk, return the clue token. Yes, we'll just return the clue token. It feels so bad, but I think we just got to try and like stave off as much damage as possible. And then, yeah, probably just casting down this Goblin Tomb Raider and trying to block. We need to try and cycle into our other stuff though. They hit. Alright, Mounted and Epicure. I mean, they seem to be out of relative gas now. They'll play the Epicure, obviously. Then they got blood tokens and one card left in their hand. So yeah, we'll cast down the Tomb Raider and just block. They can keep the Percussionist around for another day. So we're just taking one here. Yeah, they have to crack in. So we've got blocks. So block this. Block this. We just cast down this one. And on our turn, we're just going to probably offering the map token, do it again, and then probably just Glinthawk the map token just to get another blocker. And then probably start attacking with this Glinthawk. We're on 9, so if we get some, I think if we get like that ninja or whatever, Refurbished Familiar is good as well. So we currently have, what, how many artifacts? 2, it costs 2. I'm kind of tempted to just play the Refurbished Familiar. Let's attack with the Glinthawk. Yeah, 2 artifacts is a bit annoying. Could we squeeze in an offering, I guess is the thing. If I did an offering and hit a land or an artifact land, then we can maybe potentially... You know, I think that it feels so dodgy though. We need to draw a land, but I think we have to be kind of like good here as well. I should have really done the offering in main phase because if we hit an ambush, sure we want to hit with it. Let us, yeah, it won't change. Let's just do this and then we'll do the Fanatical Offering here. I think we just hit like an artifact land. Let's just do this like this. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I was being too kind to myself here. I could hit the map token and try and hit another land. Then artifacts get a lot worse. And I don't have another artifact to sack. I think we actually can't sack that map token. I was just being a little bit risky, but I feel like we need to be risky to actually win this game. Maybe I should have just played the Refurbished Familiar and the Glinthawk on that turn. I mean, it's got a Galv Blast. We are on 5. That was lethal. That was lethal, technically. Oh no, so they Galv Blasted us. Sorry, they did. Alright, well, attacking with everything. Let's just block the Epicure. That's the thing as well, is like, I was like, if we're drawing cards because we want to try and get into lifelink or something like that, which we haven't, obviously. And we just like mega dead to anything. Even this is a little bit rough now. Look, let's just play this and we'll draw a card at least. And we can play Glinthawk. Can we draw a land? We'll play land. Actually, I should have. No, it doesn't do anything. We're pretty close to just dying here. Is it better to Thraven Charm and play Glinthawk? Glinthawk return Vault. We just use our mana and Thraven Charm. Let's just use our mana and Thraven Charm. Let's get in with the Glinthawk. We just did to any like hastes. We're not blocking that monkey though. Epicure, Hornbergs. I mean, I think we have to try and be lucky anyway. So let's attack. And they got like 3 redraws as well. So they've got 4 draw steps to draw like half of their deck. I think we've lost this game 1, which is okay. But we'll just side in a little bit different for the sideboard. Like Fumes is good. Bring in the extra Ambusher. The Compasses. Yeah, so we've got a blocks and then we just Thraven Charm, whatever. And we just Thraven Charm. They draw whatever as well. Destroy type creature. And then, yeah, let's just pray they literally draw nothing off this. Yeah, Great Furnace. Okay. Can we please draw the Ambusher? Please. Please, Lord. That's what we need. Our one of Ambusher in our main deck. Or Navigator's Compass. That'll be good with the Glinthawk. Okay, cast down. I think we have to try and just try and hit some life gain here. So let's just, for Fanatical Offering, try and get some life gain. Okay, Radiant Fountain's good. Let's play Radiant Fountain. And then we'll attack with everything. And then we're probably just going to return the Vault. Because we've got Cast Down as well. Yeah, let's... I mean, it was better than nothing. And then we just cast down something as well. But like, again, we have like multiple ways to lose here. So we'll just pick up this. We'll pass. They should really be able to finish us off here. There's multiple ways to do it. And with all their redraws as well. Yeah, that will do it. The good old bolt. All right, let's play game 2. So let's bring in these Compasses. Let's bring in the Makati Ambusher. Arms of Hadar is still good. Suffocating Fumes is good. I think these are still better than the Okibi Gang Shinobi, so we'll cut these. I'm not loving like heaps of just like straight up removal. Like Cast Down's fine. Tithing Blade's pretty rubbish. We'll take out Tithing Blade. I'll probably just cut Cast Down to be honest, and this is fine like this. I just want the early mana threats and then just a way to like host their entire board. So I think Suffocating Fumes does that kind of thing, you know? Like just casting down a 1 mana creature is just feels so bad. Alright, this hand, look, it's a little bit grim to be honest. I think we actually mulligan it because of the mana's not really working that well. This is better. We're probably going to cut a swamp, I think actually. We'll cut a swamp. So then we can go like, just swamp and then we can, you know, they have their turn and then we can Grim Bauble, whatever the hell they play, and then we can do the Basilica. And then we can Glinthawk the Bauble and play it again. So it's a pretty good hand, but yeah. It's a little bit slow like this anyway, but that's the beauty of the Basilica is like, it fixes your mulligan essentially. So we still have technically three lands. Well, they're not playing a creature. That's kind of doesn't work well for our curve here. So we're just going to play the Basilica, pick up the Swamp. Just pass the turn. If they don't do anything, we can always just go through Inspector, like play Swamp, and then just draw a card. But it's not the greatest, I guess. Hopefully they just play something here, so we can Grim Bauble it. Is this just a rally? Probably even still want to just go like Glinthawk, Bauble, play Bauble. Glinthawk's good though if we pick up stuff like Lembas though, or something like that. We can hold on to it and we can just go through Inspector, just cast down something. They're really just holding something up here. Burning Tree Emissary into Hornberg. That's pretty good. If they do that, then I think we're just Grim Baubling twice and playing a Glinthawk. Right, into a Reckless. What do they hit off the Reckless? Fire Blast. Okay, Mountain Fire Blast is pretty good. I think now I'm kind of happy to play the Thread Inspector and just like casting down that. Ooh. Yeah, look. Let's just go Thread Inspector, draw a card. I think that's the best. Cast down. I think that's just the best use. We have a blocker. We can keep this Glinthawk in for a rainy day. So they'll play Mountain, and like they don't really want to play this Fire Blast. It's one of the worst things to kind of hit off the exile. And by playing the Burning Triumph, it means they don't have Rally at the Hornburg. And they don't have a Goblin Bushwhacker in their hand, because you would want to save that stuff for that, essentially. The Fire Blast just makes it very awkward. If they use Fire Blast, then it tells us they have more lands in their hand. Playing the Tomb Raider. That's a good card. A very good card. And they did have a Bushwhacker. So we're just going to block the Bushwhacker and take 3. Like, the aim of the game is just, you know, surviving. And us being on 14 and having a board state and them not having board state is the way to do it. We have a pretty good just loaded turn here. We can just go, okay, they are doing that. That tells me they have a couple more mountains in their hand. Okie doke. So let's go. Oh no, scheisse. I played it the wrong way. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I was too keen to play it. I'm just gonna say wrong order. Look, let's just return the clue token then. This feels really bad, but you know, we need to not die to stuff, I guess. We'll play the Basilica. But yeah, having that in our hand would have been a lot better. Sorry, don't hate me for that. I was just autopiloting. And then we're probably going to cycle the Suffocating Fumes. Ideally, we should have an extra card in our hand. That's what I should have had here. But instead, and a Bauble in our hand as well. Hopefully not Punish. So they didn't have any lands in their hand. So I don't know how I felt with them doing that. Let's just cycle this. Try and draw something interesting. Another Suffocating Fumes. Let's play a land and we'll just do this Bauble at end step. And honestly, I'll probably, if they play a Hornburg or something like that, we're just going to do that. They probably should have just left the Fire Blast because now they can't play any spells. Like their Gale Blast is a lot worse. Did they just have bolts? Okay, they just have bolts for us. Go off, King. Go off. They're playing Percussionist. I think we actually do take 1 here. I know it drops us to double bolt range, but I'd rather hit more with this Fumes. Let's just surveil this. Again, we should be a card deeper. Can we get some... Okay, I want both of these. So top and then top. Okay, so we'll play our land. And I think we just Grim Bauble. Let's play this and just hit the white with this. Gain 3. Let's Bauble that. And let's just hit for 2, cycle this. But yeah, we should have been, you know, a turn back here. Oh, Synthesize is a phenomenal draw for them. Let us cycle this. But I feel better. I'm just doing this all now. Well, I feel better now, but we should have an extra card in hand if I didn't screw up there. And let's crack him for 2. And just in our upkeep, we'll stop because I want to be able to surveil with this. And I'll probably just tap the Basilica and, well, they can't attack with that, which is good. All right, upkeep, let's do this. Bing, bong. The mana doesn't matter too much because we've got this compass. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. They probably should play the Synthesizer. Anyway, we're not changing anything here. Let's just run it back. Luckily that cooked thing that I didn't affect us too much. Normally this is just like an auto lose, I feel. So I feel like we're doing all right here. We'll keep this. Lands and spells. We'll play this Raven Inspector first just to get something on the board. If they play a 2, no, they're playing the Epicure. All right, we're definitely just gonna play Inspector here then, and hopefully they just hold off on their burn spells straight off. Crossroads is nice. Turn off the shield. Okay, compass is good as well. So we've got a bit of life gain. We need to find some cool skyfishes now though. And the next turn, you know, we can play Bauble or we can play Duress and Compass. I'm keen to get the Compass out because I'm also keen to get another black source. Also, because we got like 3 black spells in our hand, like it just gets way more awkward. Is it Tornberg or Emissary? If it's this, then I want to use the Bauble first. Bolting that, okay, that's fine with me. That turn's not as ludicrous. We will play our untapped land and ball Compass. So we can hit this Emissary. Got my bridge. Yeah, we're still playing the Swamp. Spell the Emissary because it's a 2/2. Oh, yeah, this, we'll target this. And then yeah, let's just play the Compass. We just need to max what we're doing every turn, that's all. And I really want to actually do this Fanatical Offering, but I'm wondering what we're actually sacking here. Probably the Clue token, to be honest. If it was absolutely insane, but if we're cracking a Clue, we're probably not winning this game. Okay, they're kind of drawing crap as well. I have a feeling they have a Fire Blast in their hands, so I'm keen to get off this Duress. Well, now this Duress is a lot worse. We need to draw a Thraben Inspector now. We are on 20. This Duress just gets a lot worse as well. I think we're actually... Let's Offering first. See what we hit. Because if we hit Refurbished Familiar, I wouldn't mind playing that. Core Skyfish is good, but I think what we do is we play this. Let's just Duress them, because it's something. And then if we actually hit a Fire Blast, then that's great for us. It's a mountain. Okay. Yes. So next turn we can just play the Crossroads, play the Core Skyfisher, probably just pick up the... Synth is good. Synth is very good. I wonder if we're just picking up the Bauble. Everything's getting for a lot though. Four's a lot. We need to find another creature. A Thraben Inspector would be a good draw. And again with their mountain. Okay, Radiant Fountain. We're still going to play this first. All these gain life lands are pretty good. We're probably going to pick up the Bauble then for some crowd control because we have 4 life in our hand. So pick this up. Let's play it. We just play it on an Epicure. And then we'll play the Kabira Crossroads. I could play Radiant Fountain and do the map token there, I guess, but... And I am thinking probably I want to Surveil in our upkeep, I think, and try and hit something good. We're on 16, we're not doing too bad. Let's just block this. We do need to find something else though. Glinthawk's good. Refurbished Familiar is like not as good. I think because we want to draw a white creature. Hit a Tomb Raid as well. Yeah, we want to hit a Glinthawk or a Core Skyfisher. Let us Surveil the Grim Bauble and try and get something. So we'll just tap like this. Oh no, sorry, we need to do the white version. Ugh. Well, it paid off, funnily enough. We need to play a blocker and we draw a card. We get them to discard their last card. I want both of these, to be honest. Let's put on top. Okay. And even if we actually play the Refurbished Familiar, and then now we know we've got the Offering on top, I think we gain the life, and then we keep Fanatic Offering on top. And like we map token, make it a 3/2 so I can block these Percussionists. I realized that the mana didn't matter anyway because we had the Navigator's Compass. No, keep that on top because we're probably going to sack this this land. Or even we could play that tapped and do that. The lands don't really matter too much. We're on blocking duty. There's 0 cards in hand is what they have. So, the Percussionists is letting them draw cards. But if we can turn a corner, if we get like a ninja with lifelink, yeah, okay, we're lucky there. Look, this hand's good. It offers just kind of like an early-ish familiar. So we'll play it through. We're probably even just going to be using we're just going to Fanatical Offering it, to be honest. We want to get to our 2 mana first, obviously. And we could also just Tithing Blade and then follow up with the Refurbished Familiar after that. That might just be the play, to be honest. It looks like we're playing against fairies. No. We're playing against... They do get another island. It feels like probably Terra, which this is like a good matchup for us, if they so choose to do anything specific. So what we're going to do is we'll go... Oh, Forever Inspector's nice. But we could probably just play it next turn with an Offering. I think we just pass an Offering, because if they tap out, then we can just Offering. It's a smidge risky, but I think it's fine, to be honest. I'm just going to pass. What does that turn look like? They obviously have a counter spell. If we just sack this, then we don't get a map token, and we just have 2 mana. I think we want to just try and fish some stuff out of them anyway. So we'll do this, they can counter spell it, that's fine. Oh, hit us with the dispel? Gross. Alright, that is interesting. Let us just play the Inspector. And then, yeah, we'll just play the Crossroads. Although an extra black would be good. No, let's just play this and get the extra black. I think the life matters more. Now that we lost our Navigator's Compass. Cheeky little 2-for-1 for them. Wasn't expecting the main deck Dispel there. But we have Tithing Blade for whatever they play. Like if they play Terra, like I feel pretty good just dropping a Tithing Blade and following it up with the Refurbished Familiar. Okay, they just go land go. That is crazy. Okay. Vault of Whispers is interesting. So that gets us 2. So I think what we do is we just play the Familiar. Well, let's attack first. And then we can play the Familiar, and then we can hopefully Offering on their turn. They have to counter this. It's just a fantastic card. Looks like a counter spell. Talks like a counter spell. We can also just crack the Clue as well. Maybe we just do that. Unless they tap out, then we'll Offering. But yeah, otherwise let's just try and survive. This is definitely Mono Blue Terror though. Right, there is the Tellurian Terror. Okay. I mean, I kind of want a Fanatic Offering, to be honest, and just bait a counter spell. So play this. Tap. Tap. See if we can hit something good. We're definitely bringing Duresses against this deck. Okay, using Sparkpiece here. No. I mean, that's very good. Like, they have 3 cards, and they've effectively used a lot of stuff to get rid of our stuff. Let's just go... We don't have anything else. Let's just go Tithing Blade with this, and then we can just tap out. I just don't want to show them that we have a Glint Hawk following up if we're just floating our mana. And then let's attack. It tells me they don't have a counter spell, so let's just play this, bounce the Tithing Blade, and just play the Crossroads, I guess. The thing is, you can kind of hide and like not play the Glint Hawk, and they could just follow up with another Terror, but we need to get a clock as well, and this is like the way we're gonna win the game is with the Glint Hawk. So if they have a counter spell for us, to have a counter spell for it. Alright, there's a Cryptic Serpent. This also tells me that it might have a counter spell as well. So here's hoping we do draw some other shenanigans here. That is not a shenanigan I want. We'll just play this. They can counter it if they want to. Well, they don't have to if they don't want to. They've had some very good interaction here. Let's attack the Glint Hawk. We're definitely not blocking with it. And hopefully we just hit something off the top that is useful. Because we're not hitting anything else. Like Refurbished Familiar is still nice. Core Skyfish is nice. We have lots of good draws. Lands is not one of them. And they probably think I probably should play land as well, because they normally just like to keep them. We have the lands that we need to. But I guess if we had any action, we would be playing it right now. So I probably should just play the land. It's probably quite foreseeable that we have at least one land in our hand. Okay. So they decline to use Ponder, which is a little bit scary. Tells me they have probably just another Serpent now. They can probably just seal it out. Okay, another Tithing Blade's good, but I think because they top makes me think that they have another counterspell. Ugh, brutal. Let's play this land. Let's attack with both. We've plenty of life. If we draw a cast down, like we're not out of this game. Like we're close to being out of this game, but they topped for a counterspell essentially. But yeah, if we draw a Core Skyfisher, our hand gets a lot better. We have a block with a Thraven Inspector. We just have some good draws, you know what I mean? Like Fanatic Offering's good. Deep Analysis is good for them. Hopefully they don't have another counterspell. They've been through a lot of permission. Oh, Thraven Charm doesn't quite do it here. We're still going to attack with everything. No, oh my gosh. That was Magical Line not clicking. You heard my click. I tried to attack there. We're definitely not going to block and do a Thraven Charm on the stack. That's just too dangerous. We're going to just sink in another extra damage. Oh, I probably have a Lorien Revealed here as well. That's crazy. Otherwise, you're never meant to just Brainstorm unless you have a Lorien Revealed. You can always just cast Lorien Revealed. Yeah, there's no real point doing the Brainstorm end step. Delver of Secrets. Okay. And another Cryptic Serpent. So really we need to draw some absolute action here, otherwise we're just cooked. I mean... No, I can't. In no way can I block that spell here. No way. Let's just draw something good. That's not it. Alright, we'll concede because they have lethal and we'll go to a game 2. How do we get around this? Macabre's not that good. Let's bring in these and just addresses. Honestly, we're just like a good matchup anyway. I think it was just a little bit rough for us there. We cut the baubles, cut the compass. This is fine. We had lots of good draws there, like cast downs, limbuses, you know. And we only run 21 lands as well. We just have to see how this goes. We should be able to get the job done though. Oh, this is not going to cut the mustard. We have to mull. This hand's like festy as well. We draw a land, it's better. I just really don't want to mull either. Any kind of land, it does get better. I think we have to keep it and just pray, to be honest. Let's keep. We'll keep. We'll bottom. Let's bottom the Fanatical Offering. It does feel a little bit worse with what we have. At least we can just play out our Inspectors. But if we draw a land, we're definitely just dropping this Limbus to try and get more lands. I guess the other problem is Spell Pierce. Yeah, double dress is not good. Let's just play the other Inspector. Okay, just Lorien Revealed. Okay, come on deck. Give me a land. Give me a land. Just a multiply feels just so brutal. That is not what I want. Will we just crack in? Again, the Brainstorm's only good if you want to cycle through with the Lorien Revealed. So if they Brainstorm then Lorien Revealed, that's fantastic. But just Brainstorming is not that good because you're really just putting one card that you don't like on top, essentially, because you're drawing from this and then you're drawing again. Yeah. There it is, Devil of Secrets. Can we please, please get a land? Come on, deck. Okay, Basilica is like not terrible. Let's attack. play the Basilica. I mean, as far as lands go, it means we're going to be drawing another land, which is this, so that's good. And then next turn we can play Refurbished Familiar and then Core Skyfisher, which is kind of like not that bad. So even though our hand's kind of like not as good, it's still like good. If they play like this, maybe just fire off a Juris first. Surely just get in with the Delver Seekers. Yeah, nice. They didn't get the blind flip, and they also did Brainstorm though, so they should have gone the flip. I think let's just... I want to duress them first. I want to see what they have. Because I just don't want to deal with anything else specific. I want this Core Skyfisher to resolve. That's fine, you can counterspell that. Alright, let's play this Skyfisher. And it can just block a Delver. I feel like this isn't too bad now. I should have attacked first, sorry. I think they're going to get the flip off these Delvers. So I'm just playing fast and not completely 100%. So I should have attacked first and then did that. But yeah, I expect them to get the flip here because of the Brainstorm. If they lined it up well. Yeah. So with Thought Scour on top. Okay. I guess they're just waiting for them both to flip. 100% just blocking one though. 100%. I'm kind of happy just taking like a 3 here, but I kind of want to... Oh, Tolarian Terror. Okay. Yeah, let's just block one, honestly. I want to duress them. I want to take out their stuff. We have a little bit of breathing room, take some hits, you know, and we can... If we draw a Swamp, that's probably our best thing, or like a Vault, to be honest. Otherwise, yeah, I think we still just want to do this. Still Sabotage, okay, and an Island. That's good, so they don't have anything else now. I could do Lemps to try and hit another Black Source. I think we'll do that. Or, yeah, Cast Down, Tithing Blade, that kind of stuff. That's what we want, that's good. We can play it, and then now we can play this Refurbished Familiar, take out that Island out of their hand, and we can block this Aberration if we want to, otherwise we can just Tithing Blade. And we got a bunch of blocks for this Tolarian Terror as well. So now I feel like we've kind of commanded ourselves into like a better, shaped it into a better hand now. You know, we got a couple clues, we've got a Lembis, will they rip off the top? Just like a Sleep of the Dead, okay. And they're going to Sleep of the Dead, Refurbished Familiar. So we might have to just fire off this Tithing Blade just to keep our shit alive. Because they're probably just going to Sleep of the Dead, both of them. And just crack in for 8. I think our turn literally just looks like Tithing Blade. I mean, drawing a second Tithing Blade, it would be elite. There's not much we can do about this. It's a good way to close out the game, I guess. Okay, Refurbished Familiar. Yeah, look, that's good. Let's fire that off first. Yeah, let's fire off this Refurbished Familiar. So draw a card. Let's Tithing Blade. And we'll play a Thread Inspector and we just throw whatever in front of that boss. We are dropping low though. They can't Sleep with Dead twice, so we'll play Thread Inspector. And at least one can block this Tolarian, then we can bounce hopefully, and then just somehow get this Tolarian Terror. That's the plan anyway. Crazy this is close. Okay, they drew a land, so now we definitely know this Tolarian Terror is going, but they can double sleep, I think that's what they want to do. Yeah, they can double sleep it and get in for 5, but at least then we can go Core Skyfisher, bounce Tithing Blade, play Tithing Blade, finish the job. We're blocking this, 100% blocking this. Okay, that's also good. Well, let's attack first, and then we'll just do the Tithing Blade. Might actually be better to do the Glint Hawk first. Yeah, Glint Hawk, and then Thread Inspector, because 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. It's technically a smidge more. And And then we can hide this Core Skyfisher. Play this one. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yes, there we go. Alright, pass the turn, opponent. We can drop you to 1. Pondering for what? I guess they didn't sleep with that because they needed to essentially draw an Artillerian Terror, I think, to close it out. That's fine, but we do have another Core Skyfisher with the Tithing Blade. Tithing Blade is just an absolute house against their deck, holy crap. The Juruses were very good to get rid of them, so we could actually get rid of the Steel Sabotages, so we could actually get him with the Tithing Blades. Right, Sleeping on Dead, that. Okay. Why is that? I'm just going to play this in main phase so they know they can't win, and then we can go to another game. Just play the Tithing Blade, bing bong. I mean, we had to play it 3 times to actually get the job done. And we can attack with everything. 2, 4, 6, 7. And then, yeah, we'll go to a game 3. I can't imagine there's any cards that actually get them out of it now. Just Lauren revealed. Yeah, that's fine. But I do need to get rid of all of our creatures, which is impossible with 1 mana in Pauper. Okay. Game 3. Now, game 3, we're not changing anything. We're running it back like this because we have what we need. And I'm surprised we won that with just the 1 land. We definitely had to take a little bit to get back into that game. But, I mean, once we had a commanding spot, we had a commanding spot. So that was my argument of keeping that hand because it was very good. And we are very resource tradey. So, like, if we went to a mold of 5, I feel like we wouldn't have won that game. I feel like we were least likely to win that game. I felt like we had to just be a little bit lucky to win that game and draw a land in those first couple of turns. Because we had two plays, but yeah, and it paid off. Now, this is not good. We have to mull this as well. I mean, the Bajika Bog is interesting. We have Lembis for a white source. We're on the play. I think we still mulligan, sadly. Wow, we have to mulligan this as well to 5. This is keepable. I probably want to put back the Fountain and the Inspector. Probably even just this. Yeah, we put back this and then... I mean, it's probably Core Skyfisher and Glint Hawk's relatively the same card. If they just go turn 1 Delver, we are cooked. We are so cooked. No, okay, that's alright. That's okay. I can play around that. Wouldn't mind a Duress off the top. Lembis is not too bad. This Basilica has saved us a couple times. Has absolutely saved our skin. But ideally on turn 3, we can play Inspector into Familiar. But it's likely just going to come across with some resistance in the form of a counterspell, but you know. So still drawing a Duress here will be good. Just a little bit restricted on white mana. I'd even take a Bog at some point. And this is good if they're just going to be not doing anything. We just play the Basilica, pick up the land. They know we're on a multi 5, so our hand's probably pretty clunky. I mean, which it obviously is, but... The old mental note. In Sleep of the Dead, it's important to recognize that they put that in the graveyard. Okay, and a Brainstorm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can quite easily play a Terror now. They have a full grip of cards as well. Let's go land. It's 6 though, isn't it? So they can't go land, keep up a counterspell. Or they can go they can play an island and then just play and keep up Steel Sabotage. So Tithing Blade's not good. I do feel like we can like semi-race them with our flyers. They did not, so they're locked out of land. Okay. In that case, let's play this Raven Inspector, see what they do. play the Vault. Let's play the Nile Spell Bomb. I expect them to counter this. They kind of have to. Yeah, they're still sabotaging that. Because I would rather want this to resolve, to be honest. And so next turn we can play Familiar for 2 and then Core Sky Fisher it. Alright, they hit an Analysis, which is pretty good for them. Let's see if they draw an island. They can definitely play their terrors now, quite easily. There's one terror in the bin. I feel like they have just mono Steel Sabotages in their hand. We have ways to block. I feel like we're not completely out of this. Let's go, yeah, lands. Let's play Refurbished Familiar. And let's just play the other Refurbished Familiar, if we can, if this resolves. Okay, it does resolve. Yeah, and honestly, if they just had this one terror, I feel quite confident with let's have another one of those, of even racing them if they just have one terror. And we can play this Throven Inspector, which is nice. Is this, okay, they can't spelling that, okay. We'll still, if they attack, we can attack for 4. We have clue tokens out, and the next turn we can call Skyfisher, replay the Refurbished Familiar. I don't feel dreadful here. It's probably once they play 2 terrors, we're up shit creek. And they obviously have just a lot of gas in their hand. So yeah, if they play a second terror, we are not in a good place. And they also discarded a Demon Fury, which makes me think that they have another one in their hand. Yeah, tricky. 4 cards in hand. I think they're weighing up whether to... Yeah, they're playing Deep Analysis, yeah. I get that. Because if they hit a terror here, it's absolutely cooked for us. Okay, they don't. Okay. They draw land either. I think let's attack for 4. Because I feel like we just have like a really good clock going. And we're going to play Core Skyfisher as well. And replay this Refurbished Familiar, hopefully. And then cook these counter spells out. Like, we could just cast down, but I feel that they have Spell Piercers as well coming out the wazoo. Let's play this. I don't have enough Sabotage, which is good. But yeah, we've got 2, 4, 6, so we almost have a 2-turn clock. And also we can just attack the flyers, and we have these Raven Inspectors on backup. And we can spend a turn trying to cast down a Tolarian Terror if we want. But I do think that they have... Why don't they just do that on their turn and then play an island? Alright, 5 cards in hand. It is important to recognize they have a Sleep of the Dead in here. I'm just taking 5. If they want to sleep for the dead something, that's fine with me. Alright, playing Cryptic Serpent. Okay. Okay. Let's attack with the flyers and play our blocker. Play our Thraben Inspector. If you kind of just time this, these are just like mono blockers. So if they want to sleep for the dead, then they don't have anything. They don't have any mana to counter this cast down. And this is just jumping in front of that Cryptic Serpent big time. If they draw another one, then it's going to be a lot worse for us. Now they're drawing their island, okay. Which is not good because now sleep for the dead. Okay, that's not good for us. It's really not good for us. Another one? Are you serious? We're going to cast down this Cryptic Serpent. And they're just going to hit us with a... We are going to cast down this now. But they're going to have a counterspell in their hand as well. Their last 2. I feel it. No. Really? Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're going to block 1. We just take 5. That's brutal that that's their last card. Oh. Alright, there. Give me something good. Cast down is not terrible. We are going to... The thing is they have Sleep of the Dead now. So they can Sleep of the Dead 1... They just need 1 to hit, actually, so we're pretty cooked here. If we crack a clue, doesn't really do anything. You're just kind of done. We are absolutely done. We'll cast down one. I guess Radiant Fountain helps. So we'll crack this. It's funny how this turned out like this. Just have multiple. Okay, all right. So now, because like, even if we drew, I mean, we couldn't have drawn anything like that. If they attack, we attack with the core Skyfisher, and then they can sleep over the dead, and then we just block 2. But we are pretty cooked. If they draw a land, then we're just cooked here. But this is, we can't just like keep up our 4 creatures and just, block 1 apiece. Maybe I should have attacked with the Refurbished Familiar as well, actually. No, we couldn't have. We have to do it like this. They can sleep for the dead once. We really need Jesus to get out of this one. We need like Blood Tithe into core Skyfisher. I guess I don't even need to sleep all the dead. But anyway, we'll block this. Just block one of these. Take 2. Does the ninjas do it? No, they don't. Delver of Secrets. Just rub it in now. Oh, if one of those last 2 cards wasn't Counterspell, maybe we could get through this. What are they playing here? I don't think we could have played this differently though, to be honest. I think if we play now Spellbomb, if we draw, we need to draw now Spellbomb really. I mean that's something. It's not though, is it? No, because we get rid of this, and then they just sleep one of them and they get in. Yeah, there we go. That was a GG, but it was still a good game nonetheless. Yeah, GG. We need a Spellbomb, I think. All right, that was a wrap up. So this was the Ninja Blade list. I think next time I kind of want to try more ninjas, which sounds crazy. I'm not sure what we would probably want to take out. And I feel like probably we can have more early interaction in the sideboard as well. So I'd say even cutting this like Macabre to have the 3rd Null Spellbomb. The Navigator's Compass, I think you could even probably cut one and keep these ambushes, maybe a 2nd ambusher, and put like a bauble in or something like that. And then the Juruses were fine. The Dust to Dust, I think you could probably even just cut back to 3. And I think the removal spells are obviously quite relevant. You could even probably run like Shrivel if you wanted to, because a lot of our creatures, it only really affects our Refurbished Familiars. Main deck wise, there's probably not too much I'd want to change. I'd probably cut the main deck Navigator's Compass and run just like an extra ninja. I want to see how it goes, and I want to flicker this Refurbished Familiar more. So probably running one of the other Mukotai ambushes or something like that. You could even probably run like a 3rd copy of this for those grindy decks that we did see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.